Hey guys, uh, fuck, brain fart. I don't know, whatever. Here's a battle. Yeah. I'm sorry. I completely just blanked out there. Whatever. Anyways, team previews, blah, you can see his team. I actually thought he was probably gonna lead with, I don't know. I was under the impression he might lead with, Fortress. So I was like, oh, okay. So Mienshao would be a good lead, but obviously, he saw that come and sent out Gengar. And he's just gonna get a sub up as I switch into Mantine. I sped this part up a lot because this is just me being fucking retarded and not knowing how to deal with a Gengar. So now you all know if well, Gengar's my weak spot. I weak spot. I don't think that's the right word. I don't know, but I can't handle Gengar. I just can't, especially if it's a sub Gengar. Anyways, I knew I could send in Mantine because this is my special defensive wall. And I could tell because of the sub and the leftovers, that I was going to be able to take a good bit of I don't know, a good amount of shadow balls from it, I guess is what I was trying to say. Eventually I'm just gonna keep scalding him to get rid of that, what do you call it, his sub. And he's just gonna end up disabling it as I, go for a Tailwind, get a Confuse Ray up. Finally I'm gonna switch out. I don't know why I switched into Celebi. Well, I was banking on him hitting himself with Confusion. Obviously, it didn't happen. Instead, he just breaks out. So I'm just going to sacrifice Celebi, to get rid of his sub. Which is really unfortunate. I really wanted to use Celebi, but, oh well. Excuse me. At this time, Tailwind's just going to get out. So I'm just going to go into Donkey Kong. I'm going to go for that U-turn, just see how much it does. I am way behind. I don't even care. Really not much to explain. I'm just a huge idiot. I actually went into Darmanitan hoping I could scare him out with the Flare Blitz. But he doesn't fall for it, so, I was predicting him to switch into something so I could get a U-turn off. But that doesn't happen. Anyways, the really sped up part is about to end now because I finally stopped being a fucking idiot. He's gonna switch out his Gengar and go into Swampert as I go for the Flare Blitz this time. Obviously, that's going to do nothing to that because this is my Scarfed Adamant Darmanitan as opposed to my Banded Adamant one. But, no big deal. So I'm just going to switch out into Azelf because I know he's going to set up those rocks, and I need to get Azelf in before he puts up those rocks because this is my Sashed one. And at this point, I'm going to predict him to switch out, fearing a Grass Knot, because, that's what a lot of Azals run. So I'm going to predict that and just get my own rocks up, which is going to end up being relatively beneficial. You can be the judge of that at the end. Sorry about that right there. I'm going to go for the taunt because I cannot stand this thing subbing down. So that's real. I'm really happy that I got that I put taunt on this, and then after that I am gonna Thunder Wave it just to piss him off even more. But he is gonna get the Shadow Ball off, and he is going to bring me down to my Sash. And when he sees the Sash, he was raging, and I was just like troll, and he was, you can imagine how rage-inducing that must be. But anyways, this Azelf carries a Fire Blast, for fortresses, and, them Ferrothorns that are annoying as fuck. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and smack him with the Fire Blast. His taunt wears off, and he gets the paralysis, the Parahax. And I'm thinking if I can hit another Fire Blast, I don't need to use taunt because I don't think he'll be able to sub down after another Fire Blast. And looking at that right now, I think I'm still gonna have to go with that. Maybe after leftovers, he might have just enough to get another sub. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and send in Darmanitan and just take it out with a Rock Slide, because I know at this point an Adamant Rock Slide will take that out. At this point, he's going to send in Swampert. Obviously, I'm going to have to switch out. Rock Slide isn't going to do anything to that if my Flare Blitz did nothing. So here's where this is the whole point of the match, to showcase this Jirachi, which I don't know if it's a common set or something, but the set was suggested to me by one of my friends. I want to say it was J-Boy. I'm not 100% sure. Don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'll check on the video later to see who suggested it. But anyways, I am gonna go ahead and just smack the Swampert with a superpower. Mostly in vain, because at this point I really just don't want to save Darmanitan. I know I need to save it for Fortress, but I'm just fucking stupid, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need Darmanitan. Plus, superpower will do a ton. At the time, I thought it was Bandit. I'm an idiot. Anyways, back to Jirachi. Here's the point of the Jirachi. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna get started with a normal swagger, right? If you get lucky, he'll hit himself in confusion, which in this case it does. And then right after that, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead use Psych Up, and basically what Psych Up lets you do is any stat changes that your opponent has gotten. For example, Swagger gives them +1 attack. Psych Up is just gonna copy that, so now I get a +1 attack. Excuse me. I think right here he does hit himself again in confusion. Yes, he does, which is really unfortunate for him. Anyways, now part 2 of Jirachi. At this point, what you're gonna do is just you're gonna have to smack him with a Body Slam, which obviously with Serene Grace now raises its potential of getting a paralysis to 60%. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, so now he's under Parafusion, right? You can all guess what the final move is gonna be. Anyways, so his Swampert is gonna hit himself for the 3rd time in a row. So trollish. I really should rename this Jirachi Troll, because that literally is all it does. Anyway, he's gonna send in Magnezone. Magnet Pull me, start smacking me with Hidden Power Fires. I'm gonna go ahead and try Body Slam, try for that Parafusion, and then don't get it, and I get really scared because I'm like, oh fuck. Hidden Power Fire at this point is gonna be a 2-hit KO. I cannot afford to lose Jirachi. I need Jirachi since I lost Darmanitan. So here I'm gonna go for the Swagger because obviously the what do you call it, the confusion. The confusion is a 100% that I'll get it on him. He might not hit himself, but I need to get that up there. He's gonna end up switching out. I don't know why. He just kind of made the game longer and kind of unnecessary by switching out. I don't know. I guess he didn't want to risk hitting himself. Whatever. He kind of sacrificed his Dragonite in that process because after Rocks and a Body Slam, he is going to go down to half, and he's going to be left with a paralysis. And that really just fucked over his Dragonite. Probably his chances of winning the match. He's at this point he's just going to go back into Fortress, or is this the first time? This might be the first time he goes into Fortress. I don't remember. He switches out so many times. Post this part. I think I just smacked an Iron Head, just whatever. I'm going to go ahead and get a Swagger off on Fortress because, getting the paralysis really isn't going to be too beneficial in the long run. I don't know. I thought maybe that'd be more beneficial. He's going to Rapid Spin those rocks away, which is going to, I think that helped him, but probably not too much. You'll see in the end. It really didn't make too much of a difference. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and smack a Body Slam at it. Parafusion, obviously. He snaps out of confusion. He's going to go ahead and toss up a layer of spikes. Maybe I should have sped this part up a little bit too. I'm sorry. I know this is a really long match. Just bear with me. If you're still with me, bear with me just for the next couple minutes. We're almost through this. I promise. Just another 4 minutes. Anyways, for some reason, he switches out into Magnezone. I don't know why. I just get the Swagger back up on this thing. At this point, I'm really not scared of that Hidden Power Fire, because the rate I'm going at, you can see right there, this game is very, I guess you could say hacksy in my favor, but then again, this is a Serene Grace Jirachi, and that is the point, to get a Parafusion flinch going on. Parafusion flinching? Or is it Paraflinching fusion? Paraflinching confusion. Or is it confusing paralysis? I like that one. Anyways, I finally get the Body Slam. I'm sorry, not the Body Slam. The paralysis off on the Magnezone. Just Paraflinching fusion, whatever. What did I say before? Confusing paralysis. I'm gonna stick with that. Confusing paralysis. You know, just basically troll all over this Magnezone, and I really enjoy this Jirachi. I'm definitely gonna have to start using this in more competitive tournaments. To be honest, I'm a terrible battler. I'm so bad at OU. This is why you never see me use OU in the this is my 7th battle, I think now. That, at least that I've posted. But I don't know, I don't really enjoy using OU. I enjoy using RU stuff the most because it's stuff that no one uses, and I love using things that no one else uses. It's just more fun to me. Ironically, my favorite Pokemon, like if I had to pick like a team of 6 Pokemon that were my favorite, they would almost all end up being OU. Scizor, Umbreon, Gliscor, what else? Blaziken, I think, is UU, unless you want to use the Speed Boost, which makes it Uber. But yeah, anyways, back to the match. He goes into Latias. I decide, in case I don't survive, the best thing I want, instead of as opposed to damage and as opposed to confusion, I want to get that paralysis off on it. I do get the paralysis off. This part, I really do feel bad at this next part. I'm going to go smack him with an Iron Head. I am going to get the critical hit. But, to be honest, let's think about it this way. If I didn't get the critical hit, he most likely would have been flinched or paralyzed. So essentially, if you want to look at it through my perspective, it doesn't really matter. That is the point of this Jirachi, just to fuck everything over in the ass. As you can see, you saw that Iron Head right there. I think I used a Psych Up back there at some point. I think I'm at +2. I think a little bit later on in the match, in the next minute or so, I do get another Psych Up. But as you can see, that's the point of this Jirachi. It is very heavily invested in bulk with its EV spread. But like I said, that is the point of this Jirachi. I feel really bad for bringing it to the match, but he approved it and all. I told him it was going to be the most trollish Jirachi he will ever meet in his life. He was okay with it, so whatever. That's pretty much the match. He is going to surrender in the next turn or two. Basically this video is just to showcase this Jirachi, because I promised I would to my friend that I would showcase this, or his Jirachi. Yeah, that's about it. I'm really sorry I haven't gotten a matchup in forever, math and college classes and all that shit. But that is going to be the end of the match. He does surrender right there. I'm going to try to record. I might record maybe later today. It might be tomorrow, though, actually, that I might get another matchup. I do have a match against Magnitude that was really cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the match. Send some subs my way if you can. That's all I got. Alright, bye guys. See you later.